my sister's guitar when I was 11 years old while she was at Girl Scout camp, and I had to fix that. And you know, I always looked at that guitar. I'd sneak in and into a room and look at it and go, man, somebody built this. And it would just blow my mind. And I'd play the like James Bond theme, and I couldn't play anything, so I just felt good sitting there holding it. It was just one of those deals, and I was pretty much smitten after that. I've always worked on musical instruments basically all my life. Even if I had other jobs, I was always tinkering around and having a good time, because that's really what I wanted to do. I just didn't quite know it yet. But I've been doing this professionally, I say, for the last 20 years or so. I'm all self-taught. I actually learned how to fix violins. I went to violin repair in junior college, and so that sort of set me off as far as doing that. But I collected musical instruments, and so you always had to work on vintage stuff, and you were always, you know, tinkering around. And the reason why I started ukuleles is because I couldn't find one I really liked. So what are you going to do? I started Ukiyo in the early part of 2000, and I've been working at third wave ukuleles until then, and got to build about 500 ukes for those guys, and that's where I really got my chops up. And Steve was a great mentor as far as all that stuff went, and he pretty much let me have at it. It was great. I wanted to do the Vita uke because I always wanted one, desperately. So, I mean, I saw one years ago when I first started collecting instruments, and I just couldn't afford one. So I said, well, I'll start with this. And it was a good choice. It's still my favorite soprano uke. And for, you know, for third wave and for myself, I always built a lot of sopranos and concerts. I love concerts and tenors, and that's, you know, pretty much the standard fare. Well, except for things like airplane ukuleles, which are decidedly not the standard fare. Well, the neat thing about the woods that I use is, and it's one of my theories of building instruments, is it's like I get good amounts of wood, and when I find really good stuff, I, you know, have enough of it to where I really know the wood. I mean, I know this batch of spruce right here, and I've got other tops that are stacked up that the same stuff, and if I'm doing cedar, I know that cedar, and I know this maple, I know what it's going to do. Just knowing the wood is so important. I mean, it's really... Small musical instruments are the tough thing, excuse me, the toughest thing to build, at least a good one, because you don't have a lot to work with, and you really have to be, it's all about efficiency and knowing your material, and that's really what I specialize in. And I make sure that they intonate, because I want an instrument that works, and if it doesn't do that, it's not really a real professional instrument, and that's really what I wanted. And I always built them for myself because I just couldn't find ones that I really liked, and I really like my instruments. One of my dealers said it best. He goes, not everybody gets what you do, but the ones who do really, really get it. And I think that's really what I was aiming for.